Hello students, good afternoon. In this video, we will discuss common errors of English grammar. So let us start. These are the questions which are oftenly asked in exam means a statement, right? Common errors which are oftenly covered in competitive exams. So preparing for competitive exams requires mastering specific trap rules that examiners love to test, right? So here what they generally ask, we are going to discuss some of the concepts actually here are most frequently asked grammar questions, concepts presented with common errors and their corrections. So let us start. First, very common error generally we all do, that is subject verb agreement or intervening phrases, right? Subject verb agreement, you must be familiar with this phrase that subject and verb, there must be agreement between subject and verb. Subject must be agreed with the verb and verb must be agreed with the subject, because you know that's a common structure of English sentences: subject plus verb then object. Object, sometime verb is transitive or sometime intransitive, right? If transitive, there will be verb. If verb is intransitive, there will be no. If transitive, there will be object. If intransitive, there the verb will be objectless, right? So this is the basic you are familiar with, right? So question is that so we have to agree subject and verb. If this is singular, subject is singular, then verb must be singular. If subject is plural, verb must be plural. So here we are going to discuss the same. And then the interesting fact is that this is the word order: subject, verb, and object. Here we are discussing about subject and verb agreement. And what is interesting is that we put s with the noun, it becomes plural. And when we put s with the verb, it becomes singular. Listen carefully. Very interesting and very important thing, that subject and verbs just opposite. When we add s with the verb, it becomes singular, and when we add s with the subject, it becomes plural, like boy boys, fan fans, pan pans. Normal, usually that's up for plural, we put s. There are some different rules also. That's v becomes v-e-s, sorry, f becomes v-e-s, y becomes i-e-s. That is a, but commonly when we put s, then noun becomes plural. And when we put s with the verb, it becomes singular. Example: they go to market. They is plural and go without s is plural. But if we say she goes to market, so when she is singular, then goes is singular verb. So please take care, right? What is this? That's a they go and she goes. She goes, right? So what is important? They is plural, without s verb is plural. She is singular, without with s verb is singular. So that is the which we are discussing, right? So here subject verb agreement or intervening phrases. Examiners often place a long phrase, mind you, often place a long phrase between the subject and the verb to trick you into matching the verb with the wrong noun, right? So here we will discuss that's a noun. Incorrect sentence is that the box of heavy books. The box of heavy books. So don't get confused with the books. The box. The box of heavy books. But box is singular. Right? The box of heavy books was dropped on the floor. So correct is the box of heavy book heavy books, sorry, the box of heavy books, that's a box is singular. So correct is was dropped on the floor. And rule is that the subject is box and that is singular, not books. Subject is box, not books, right? The box of heavy books, how many books are there? But our concern, our subject is we are talking about the box. Subject is the word which we are talking about or discussing about. So here our subject is box. So the box, and that is why it will agree with singular verb, that will be was. So please take it. That's a very uh, common error which is asked oftenly in exam. Now moving to another one, there is always confusion between it's without apostrophe, it's with apostrophe. Let me discuss this problem, then I tell you something else also. This is one of the most common mechanical question. Mechanical question is, what is the question? For example, incorrect, the dog wagged its tail. So what its will come? Because sound, see, both the structures, sorry, structure is different. This its and this its. So this is the short form or abbreviation of it is, right? So here the dog wagged its tail. Which tail? No, its tail, right? This it's correct. This its means that's a belongingness. Whom? This the answer of whom? And this is its, though both the sounds are same, but that is the short form of it is. So that is something else, and this its is, that's a belongingness, right? Whom, the dog wagged, or whom or who, sorry, dog, so the dog wagged its tail. Who wags its tail? So then you will get answer, this is right, a possessive. In English, which is called, in Hindi, which is called uska, jiska, kiska, right? So that is possessive. Mera, uska, jiska, kiska, right? Unka. So that all possessive means that belongs to someone or somebody. It is possessive and it is a contraction of its. I told you contraction or short form is the same. It's a contraction or short form, right? So that is, please take care between its without apostrophe and its with apostrophe. That is, sounds are same but both are different. This is a short form. This is a short form of it is. So what is its, which part of grammar it's this, it's without apostrophe? Let me tell you some more. That's a, uh, you must be familiar, my and mine, our and ours, your and yours, her and hers. His is singular, no, his is, hers. Then there is theirs, and it is its, it or its. So please take care. These all are the possessive pronoun. Sometimes we use my or mine, our and ours, your and yours, her, hers, their, this, their, 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 theirs, it, its. And have you noticed one thing, that is, uh, in sentence we use, this is my class, this class is mine. When we emphasize something, then we give speak this way. I used to give example to my students that, suppose some other students are coming to your class and then they do work. Suppose they take lunch to your classroom, so they say that, no, no, take your lunch in your class, because our class, don't spoil our class, because they leave something right after lunch. So you say, no, no, don't spoil our class. So they are not listening to you. So you can say that, this is my class. One day you were a little bit soft, so you said, this is my class, or this is our class. But next day, if they don't listen you, then you can say that, this class is ours. You are emphasizing, mind you, this is our class, this class is ours, or this class is mine, right? Singular, mine, ours, plural. Similarly, without apostrophe, we use many words like yours without apostrophe. When we write letter, yours truly, yours sincerely, never put S apostrophe, never. That's thoroughly wrong. So what's the correct? Without apostrophe is correct. Yours. So these all yours. This is your problem. This problem is yours, right? This is her class, or this problem is hers. Something. So this way, it and its. This is it, don't touch it, or the it is the room where I put my books, right? Or uh, this is it's the baby has smaller baby, toddler. For toddler we use its. I think you are familiar. That's for infants. 0 to 3 year baby is not discriminated between male and female. So that is like he or she, baby, small baby is it. So you can use sentence, the baby has fallen its food. बच्चे ने उसका खाना गिरा दिया, तो कौन सा it आएगा? This वाला it. This it's. That is उसका. So this is the problem. Now moving to third, few versus less. This test is distinguish between countable and uncountable noun. Few is countable, that's countable, right? And less is uncountable. Uncountable. So sometimes they ask such questions. What's the sentence? Sentence is, that's a, wait a minute, I don't know why this screen is coming again and again. Anyway, sentence is few, right? There are less students in the hall today. So they students are countable, right? And that's why less is wrong. It's not befitting here. So what's the correct? Few. So there are few, fewer, fewest. There are few, a few, the few. There are fewer students in the hall today, right? So what they say, that rule is that use fewer for things you can count, right? Use fewer for see, you just use fewer for countable nouns and less for uncountable. So fewer is, that's a, fewer is few versus less, right? So that is few and fewer and less. Few for countable, less for uncountable. Countable is students and uncountable is water, time, money, etc. So please take care between countable and uncountable. Next problem, dangling modifiers. Dangling. The modifiers must clearly and logically refer to the noun right next to it. Means walking down the street. Generally, these are the ing form which is called gerund. Gerund means first form of verb plus ing, which is called gerund. Reading is my habit. I like reading. These are called gerund. So, such dangling modifiers means this phrase modifies the sentence. How I tell you. Walking down the street, the trees were beautiful. This implies the trees were walking. If you say walking down the street, so it seems that the trees were beautiful, means trees are walking. No. Correct sentence is walking down the street, I saw beautiful trees. Not the trees were beautiful, because both the this expression are dangling means not matched. So correct is that's a walking down the street I saw beautiful trees. So that's a very actually this problem cannot be discussed here. One session you can see, that's a dangling modifiers where you can see the detail. But here that is enough. That's a I gave you example that sometime they give this a sentence start with gerundial form, like singing is my occupation, or I like singing. So that's a ing form creates problem sometimes. So okay, now moving to next problem, that's a parallel structure. When listening items or actions, they must all follow the same grammatical form. What is important here? She likes same grammatical form or symmetry we have to follow. Here she likes hiking, swimming or to ride. Verb plus first form ing is called gerund. That is gerund. And verb first form plus before 2 plus sorry, I'm telling you 2 plus 2 plus first form of verb, this is called infinitive. So that's a singing, singing or to sing, singing or to sing. So if you say singing, that is gerund. If you say to sing, that is infinitive. So if you are taking gerundial form, singing, swimming, ing, then you have to take the same in all verbs, right? She likes hiking, swimming, and riding. Because if you are riding, if you are saying she likes to hike, to swim, that is wrong. So that is why you have to take proper form of the verb. So that is she likes hiking, swimming and riding. Means that is same grammatical form you have to use. So please take care whenever you do paper. Now next is who versus whom. The classic hurdle in competitive exams or grammar, who did you call or whom did you call? I think you must have that sense. Who did you call? If you can answer him, use whom. If you can answer he, use who. I called him, right? So that is whom. I called him whom. Who, if you answer he, who did you call? Who did you call? He did you, right? So that is he. Whom did you call? That's a object, right? So I called him, right? I called him. I called him and he called, right? So that is also who versus whom. Now next is comma supplies. Comma splices, run on sentence. When run on means another part of the sentence, which is called run on, means in one sentence another sentence is added. I finished my homework. I went to bed. This comma punctuation, very important part of of language. Punctuation speaks a lot. So that long pause, right? But that's a comma is used. Sorry, comma is used for listing something, for listing, right? I clean my bedroom, drawing room, and kitchen. So that's a bedroom, drawing room, kitchen. But here, that is, I finish my work, and that is, I went to bed. That is not part of your routine, like work, right? And that is why you have to use I finish my work, I went to bed, means that is connected with this work. And that is why semicolon. Semicolon is used for the work in which that's a part, one work is finished and another work is finished. There are two works, right? So then your your work homework, and then you went to bed, right? So that is not listing of the similar thing. Comma is used for similar thing. I invited my some guests, relatives, and my friends, comma comma comma, because these are the invitees, right? But if I say that I invited some relatives, comma, I cooked I cooked I made cake. That is irrelevant. Inviting guests and cooking something which is different. So it will be added through semicolon, not comma. Why? Because that is both the work is different. So what I am trying to tell you that comma is used for the similar things, and semicolon is used when there are number of works, right, one after the another. Then we use semicolon. Okay. Now next is that's a uh, pronoun, very important. I and me, very important. I versus me. Errors often occur when there are two people involved, and very common and very important part of grammar. This secret is between you and I. No, this secret is between you and me. Between is a preposition, and prepositions require objects pronoun. Please take care, right? Between you and me means prepositions require prepositions. Wait a minute, I don't know why this problem is coming this time. Okay, so prepositions require object pronoun, right? So object pronoun, me, him, her, us, means after uh, between we should always use object pronoun. So let me tell you what are the object pronoun, very important. First of all, let me tell you the answer. Between you and me, right? So this is the rule. That's a after preposition, we require objective pronoun. So what are the objective pronoun? I'm telling you. See, objective pronoun, I and me. This is subjective. Sorry, I and we, subjective pronoun. You, then he, she, and it, and they. How? Common structure of English sentences: subject, verb, and object. So these are the seven pronoun always placed in the subject, in the place of subject. I is singular, we is plural, but it's a first person. Then you is singular, plural, first person, second person, you is common. Then come to third person, where we don't know who is he or she. That is why there are three, because in case of I we can see each other. I, you can see me. You can see the person who is sitting in front of you. But when we talk about the third person who is absent between us, then we have to imagine, and that's why there are three possible pronoun: male, female, and non-living or something. So for male, he or she or it, and plural is they. So please count and take care. These are the seven, right? I, we, you, he, she, it, or they. These are the seven singular, plural, right? So this is singular, first person singular I, first person plural we, second person singular plural you is common, third person singular three, I, he, she, it, he, she, it, or third person plural they. So these are the pronouns which are called subjective pronoun. Let us count together in our finger: I, we, you, he, she, it, or they. Seven pronouns are called subjective pronoun because these are used as a subject in the beginning of the sentence or before the verb. These are, because subject is always placed before the verb, because subject is doer. He will do something, she will do something. So subject is the, that's the actor who does action. So these are the subjective pronoun. But same form is changed when we use the same subjective pronoun after the verb. I becomes me, we becomes us, you is common, he becomes him, she becomes her, it is common, and they becomes them. I am writing it again. How? I and we, you, he, she, it, and they. Now, changes: I becomes me, we becomes us, you, no change. You is always singular, plural, subject, object, every. He becomes him, she becomes her, it is again common, it is subject, it is object, and they becomes them. So please take care of these objective pronoun. There are also seven because these are the reflection of subjective pronoun. So what are the objective pronoun? Objective pronoun is me, us, you, him, her, I, it is common, and them. These are the objective pronoun always use after the verb or after preposition. Please take care. So that is why correct sentences, that's a, this secret is between you and me, not you and I, because preposition between is used here, right? Now next, then and then, very common, but let us discuss. She is better than. This then will be used, and you know that this then is exclusively used, THAN is exclusively used for comparison, right? And for comparison, which part of speech is used for comparison? That is adjective. There are three forms of adjective. That's a, three forms of adjectives are, that's a positive, right, and comparative and superlative. superlative, right? Positive, good. Comparative, better. So then, THAN, and superlative, the. तो प्लीज टेक केयर। पूरी ग्रामर में दो ही पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच ऐसे हैं जिनके थ्री फॉर्म्स होते हैं, एडजेक्टिव के थ्री फॉर्म्स होते हैं। एंड व्हाट आर दे? दीज आर पॉजिटिव, कंपैरेटिव एंड सुपरलेटिव। और वर्ब के थ्री फॉर्म्स होते हैं। कौन कौन से होते हैं वो? वर्ब के दैट्स अ फर्स्ट, सेकेंड, थर्ड फॉर्म, या उसी को हम कहते हैं प्रेजेंट, पास एंड पास पार्टिसिपल। तो हियर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एडजेक्टिव्स। सो एडजेक्टिव्स में जो देन है वो THAN। पूरी ग्रामर में ये जो देन है ये सिर्फ THAN देन इज यूज फॉर कंपैरिजन। तो प्लीज टेक केयर। तो ये देन कब यूज होता है? ये वाला देन, दैट इज यूज फॉर टाइम, राइट? प्लीज कंप्लीट योर टास्क देन कम टू मी। Means please do this work, then after you should come to me. So that then denotes the time, right? Okay, now last problem of this video, that's a uh, value consciousness. What is the reason why he failed? Was because he did not study. He failed because the reason why he failed. However, that's a very silly mistake. No one makes such a silly mistake. But then he failed because he did not study, right? So here reason and because means the same thing, and don't use both. This is called redundancy or wordiness, right? Uh, okay. If I say that I am uh, I am repeating, no, let me right now I'm not getting, but it's a very common problem we use in Hindi. चलिए मैं एक बार फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ। वेरी कॉमन, वेरी कॉमन। चलिए मैं एक बार फिर से रिपीट कर, फिर से इज रिपीटिशन, राइट? सो वंस अगेन आई रिपीट, दैट्स अ रिपीट ओनली। आई रिपीट, नो वंस अगेन, right? So that is redundancy. Sometime we use two same things in a sentence. So that is why the reason why I failed was because, no, reason and because is same. So that is why don't. So that is why we don't use it. Okay. So now that is all for today. Thank you so much. God bless you.